So we're going to have a vulnerable moment, which is not, I don't really like being vulnerable. And I really don't like talking about my trauma, especially my childhood trauma. Like I have two separate little areas of trauma. So I have when I was older and doing core, and like that was a whole case in itself. But then my childhood trauma is from my biological father, which I refer to as sperm donor, or Josh. But I have been in and out of therapy since I was 16, but like consistently every now and then. Like I would be done for a year and then I would start having issues and need to go back. I wouldn't say issues, just trying to heal, and I needed extra help on learning how to cope and heal at the same time, especially being a wife and mother. Like I don't want that to ever get in the way of being the best I can be. And so I have been out of therapy for a year and a half now, or a little bit more, I don't know, around that time. But last night kind of was the straw that broke the camel's back, as I say. And I realized that I definitely need to make a doctor's appointment to do a recommendation for therapy again, because I had such a bad PTSD nightmare. And I typically have nightmares, and they're always like trauma responses, but it has not been that severe, and I can't even remember how long. And so like I was able to go back to sleep for a little bit. It was like a couple hours, and then I got up early before my alarm to get our oldest ready for school. But it was so bad, and it had to do with my sperm donor, and it was a very traumatic dream. Like it took me a while to settle down, and I never even went back to sleep earlier this morning when I could have after we got the oldest to school, because I genuinely did not want to have that dream again or anything remotely close to that. And that is something that 16-year-old me really wishes I would have had the understanding, or someone to tell me like, hey, just because you deal with it and you go, like, you talk about it and you're going to therapy and stuff like that, like, you are still going to always have reminders. You're going to always have these clinkers and these shadows, and sometimes they peek out when you're like trying to heal in your brain and remember stuff because you made room for it. And that is literally why I stay busy. Like, I'm gardening this year. I'm making my own garden. I'm going to get some chickens and some goats. I read so much. I try painting. I try being active, because then I can shut my brain down. But then when I go to sleep, like, I have no control over it. And so PTSD is just so fun. Like, so fun. Sarcasm involved. Like, that. No.